So we're working on calculus 1 limits. Let's get started. So we are looking at the limit as x approaches 5 of 3x squared minus 15x over x minus 5. So the first thing you're going to want to do in these typical problems is try and insert the limiting value. Well, the limiting value is that 5 that's underneath that LIM, okay? So just basically put the 5 in place of all the x's that you see. Well, what does that look like? Well, we have 3 times 5 squared minus 15 times 5 over 5 minus 5. Well, if we do that, well, 5 squared is 25. 25 times 3 is 75. Minus 15 times 5, which is 75, over 5 minus 5, we get 0 over 0. So this is the indeterminate form, and this is not going to fly. Okay, so after that happens, what you typically want to try to do is some kind of algebra manipulation. Well, in this case, we're going to look at the numerator and see what we can do. We can factor out a greatest common factor out of that 3x squared and that 15x. Notice they're both divisible by 3, so we can pull a 3 out. And we can pull an x out of both of them. Okay, so yeah, we're going to use factoring of the greatest common factor first for that numerator. And I'm going to go ahead and pull 3x out of both of them, right? If I pull a 3x out of both of them, I'd be left with x minus 5. And at the bottom, I have an x minus 5. Now, right here, you're going to use your algebra brain. And notice that those things in purple, they're going to do what? They're going to cancel. So let's go ahead and get rid of those two things. And whatever is left over, we can try and play with that now. So we have the limit as x approaches 5 of just 3x by itself. Now, when you try to insert the limiting value and it doesn't work the first time, it doesn't mean you stop there. After you do some algebra manipulation, you go ahead and try it again. And if it doesn't give you any weird stuff like we got earlier, like 0 over 0, then you're a shoo-in. So now we can insert the limiting value again. We just put a 5 right next to the 3. 3 times 5, which would give us 15. So let's go ahead and answer this question. The limit as x approaches 5 of 3x squared minus 15x over x minus 5 is 15. Thank you so much for watching. Questions, comments, concerns, make sure you leave them down below, and I will see you next time.